else.
Right.
You don't. That's the first thing I'm gonna let you know from the rip. Like since I heard you from the beginning. And that's why I've been on your top. Like, you know what I mean? I don't go after, no disrespect to nobody. But I don't be like dick eating nobody. Even niggas that I know that's been signed with Rockefeller and all that, I don't be hitting niggas up and yo, we should do no. But when I feel people shit and it's like, yo, I think because of the fact that I do music on the top of my head, I tell people like a beat is a foreign language to me and I'm its interpreter.
Right.
So when I hear somebody doing their own thing on music, whether they writing or they're freestyling that music, if that's their own show, like, oh, I ain't got no problem getting on a track with that motherfucker at all. We can do any type of music together. Right. And that's the type of fucking box that you're in. Like you're an expansive artist. And then you into other shit. So speaking of the other shit, how did music influence you to be able to get into letting your love of food and healthy drinking and things of that nature become a public thing to where you promoted it to other individuals to get into it and not only get into it but try yours?
Pretty much, people don't believe this, but I actually been a really shy person all my life.
Okay.
So once I started performing, that gave me the confidence to start, interacting with people more and things of that nature. I always wanted to do something with food. I didn't plan on doing, like I said, doing smoothies at all. I was making this for the crib. I was trying to live my life right. But I was planning on venturing into food at the time. Like right around the same time while I was mapping out my plans and getting everything together for going into food, that's when people started hitting me up about the smoothie. So I guess the smoothie's gonna be my segue into food. And it's been going pretty good. Last month I sold 100.
Oh.
I sold 100.
And that's just by your own word of mouth, your own promotion, you doing your own thing.
Going out randomly to Clark Park.
Shout out to Southwest.
And pretty much just word of mouth. Pretty much it was a lot of word of mouth and a lot of promotion. And like you said, a lot of people that been following me from my music in the past reached out to me. They reached out to people calling me up, ordering 3-4 at a time. So it's been working out like that.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta go here. I was sitting in Big Jim Tucker's and I tried my best not to finish the smoothie before I had finished my Coco Vaughn, and that's the French red wine with the chocolate. I tried my best, like, yo, let me just leave that on the side because that's healthy, that's good and shit like that. Next thing you know, I keep on just grabbing the cup and sipping out the jar. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the smoothie itself is $5, and he will deliver it to you. It's an extra $5, but it's not like, oh man, that's crazy. Let me tell you what's crazy. And
I'll be coming anywhere too.
And it's the fucked up part. And you know what? He would do this, and this is just me on my own hypothesis. I'm not pontificating hyperbole when I speak this because I have more than just a modicum of respect for this man. I honestly believe that to a certain degree, even if he wasn't driving, he would be getting on trolleys or buses to be able to deliver these fucking drinks and things to you people if the demand so for called for it. Am I wrong? Right?
Definitely would.
There it is. You hear it from the horse's mouth yourself.
I was raised by hustlers, baby.
Now, you would think, oh man, it's $5 for the smoothie. That's cool. And it could be more. Because if you would go to a gym or a place that does these protein drinks with like just a banana or some strawberries with some like powder that they shake on there and shit like that and some milk, and you paying like $13 or something like that.
And they stuff don't even be real.
Exactly.
The protein and all that stuff is
it's a legitimate protein because that's the powder shit that they're shaking on your creatine and all that shit, but you pay so much more money for those things. It's not a natural thing. Now think about this, if you will.
Banana flavor and all that.
Any adults that go shopping and you go to that produce section and you buy whatever fruit you like, plums, apples, pears, you get your green peppers, your scotch bonnet peppers, you get all your cabbage, your kale, whatever you get. When you buy those things, whether you get it from a regular produce store or whether you're getting it from a Whole Foods, when you buy, I'm going to say, 2 pounds of any one of those things, it's over $5. So imagine having strawberries, kale, avocado, mango, and banana inside of a smoothie. And all it is just the natural fruit, no added preservatives, no sugars or anything like that. And you're thinking, oh, well, an avocado would cost this amount a pound, and strawberries and this would cost this a pound and this a pound. So if you add all that up, the smoothie by itself, $5, is a discount in its own. And then the delivery fee for $5, and anywhere in the city, anywhere in Philadelphia, it will come to you. And if you're outside the city, you want to try something, and he think, you know what? If I go out there and I get this motherfucker this smoothie, and he get word of mouth out there, that's going to be a whole new kind. I think it's going to be worth it. We're going to take that trip, ladies and gentlemen. Why would you not spend that $10 on something that's not only nutritious and delicious, but will actually make you feel better and have more energy in the day than going to a fucking poppy store and buying a $3.50 Red Bull?
Them beats, boy.
Now, when you support people that support you, it's not just Philly supporting Philly, even though we fuck with Philly supporting Philly. You also have to support the people that are supporting you. And a lot of people don't support you. You got a lot of followers on any social media, and this is for everybody. You have a lot of followers on any social media. And when you go through your original timeline and you say, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's cool, or oh, that's a baby, or oh, that's cute, and you go ahead and you click on it. You do double tap, you show your love. You're not thinking in your head, or if I do this, they'll do that. You're just showing love. Do those same people, think about how many of your followers that you like their shit when you see it on their timeline that like your shit back. Whether you're Facebooking, Twittering, Instagram, and Snapchat, whatever you guys are into. And think about that for a second. You're not always promoting selling. You're not always promoting get my shit or do what I'm telling you to do. You could just be sitting in the park, having a picnic with your niggas. Like, yo, we enjoying the weather. Be blessed, everybody. # be safe. Now, that ain't promoting nothing or anything like that. Meanwhile, people could be promoting studios, come to this party, and you're just not even looking. You might not even go to the party. You just think, all right, I'm showing love. Double tap. If it's Instagram, or click the thumbs up like if it's Facebook, or hit the retweet symbol if it's fucking Twitter. Do they do that to you? Just think about that for a second. Do they like your shit back? And that's just for liking a picture or liking a quote. You wake up in the morning and say, hey man, everybody is always complaining about not having real shit in their life, but they not even being real themselves, and you wonder why people keep faking you out. You ain't coming at nobody. You're not talking about a specific person. You're just reading the timeline, seeing everybody complaining, talking about they wish they had and they wish people would be like this, but you know these motherfuckers is frauds themselves, or do dirty shit to people, and wonder why karma come back and do dirty shit to them. So you're not talking to just one person. You just see 50 people posting some shit. You're like, I'm tired of seeing this. So people will come at you and say things about you and things of that nature behind your back, or in between the lines, fake pages and groups and shit like that. In all actuality, they jumped in front of that proverbial T.I. bullet. Now, if you don't follow T.I., let me let you know what the T.I. bullet is. He made a track called Addresses on that Have Gun Will Travel Troubled Man album that he dropped. He did an interview about that song. So they were talking to him about it, and they said, you know, have you had anybody have flack with you because you made this song? He said, listen, I said specific stuff on this track. Stuff that, let's just say, when you came to Tucker's and dropped off that smoothie, right? Let's say I say in the track, I don't say your name, and this ain't no beef, this ain't no diss, but let's say I say in the track, no names, I say, Austin Powers, I was feeling groovy. I wanted energy, so I ordered me a smoothie. With a snap in my fingers, my man dropped it off. Truly, that was worth the dime. Now I'm spitting rhymes about it, no movie or something like that. Now, only the motherfucker who make it a smoothie, who dropped it off to that location, who was there, took pictures, who, what I said specifically, oh, he talking about me and shit, because I made that smoothie. He said, come to Tucker's. Right. So why would another nigga make a song or feel the type of way and come on that joint? Oh, you talking about I'm bringing you some smoothie, but I ain't never bring you no smoothie because niggas is coming with the Uzi. Wait a minute. So T.I. basically said what I'm saying to you. He said, I said specific shit on that track to where the motherfucker who I'm talking about, he know who I'm talking about. Right. But there's people that's going to jump in front of that proverbial T.I. bullet, whether because they want that fame or they just stupid or suicidal, his words, not mine. And they want to make diss tracks about me, and I want you to. I can't wait. I can't wait Because I ain't saying nothing about the motherfucker who I'm talking about. Know who I'm talking about, because I'm describing situations that only me and that person been in direct shit.
Exactly.
So when you hear what I'm saying, he know what I'm talking about. But it's gonna be people that ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with it making diss tracks about T.I. You gonna see freestyle parentheses T.I. diss T.I. about that addresses track, and it ain't got a damn thing to do with it. That's that proverbial T.I. bullet. Motherfuckers want that fame. They jumping in front of shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. Now with the smoothies, you guys will spend way more than $5 on way worse shit. And we ain't gonna talk about weed or pills, nothing like that. We're just gonna talk about what you would do when you go out. Some of you work every week and every day, save your money up for a week or 2 weeks, depending on your pay rate. And you guys do the same thing. You get your hot ass outfits. You go out to these clubs and bars, niggas and bitches, not men and women, but niggas and bitches. Go out to these bars and go every week to do the same shit. Is that what you do that job for? Whatever you do, I don't give a fuck which occupation it is, streets or real.
Exactly.
That's what you doing this for every fucking week. My son will be 12 this October 4th. He's a Libra. I'm a Capricorn. His mom's Sagittarius. Shout out to the individuals out there that don't say turn down for what. Because every time I hear somebody say that and they got kids, I ask, where's your children? Oh, my mom got them. My girlfriend's watching them. My grandmom got them. Now, say what you just said before I asked that question. Turn down for what? Because you have responsibilities at home. Mm-hmm. Why does your child call your mother or grandmother mom and call you by your first name? Because you wanted to turn up. Snap, what do you think about that, by the way? Because you see the shit, man. We here in Philly. I mean,
it's 2015, man. People got their priorities mixed up.
To say the least.
People got their priorities mixed up, man. I got peers almost, 30 still worrying about being teen, no kids and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't even gonna be able to run with your young boy by the time you trying to have one. Like, I mean, based off how niggas live their lives. And this ain't me throwing no shots at anybody.
When people keep, see, I hate to cut you off, but
niggas know what I'm talking about because I say this shit.
Yeah, but still,
but
when you say that, that's still a real statement though. When you're not even talking about a specific person,
right.
That's just a general statement that so many people can relate to because they're in that situation. Right. But when you just said that's not taking no shots, when you say something real before you even say not taking no shot, when you say that real shit like that, the individuals who are not, I'm going to say, open-minded enough.
Right.
To what you just said, automatically perceive that as, oh, he trying to come at somebody, or what do you think, he better than my? No, right. It's just you're somebody that is aware enough. Mm-hmm. You're somebody, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're pushing this agenda of the new world order, ladies and gentlemen, and this has been happening for decades before we were even old enough to be able to talk what we doing now. We was going Google Gaga getting tickled by our parents. When it happens, and it will, because it's already here, people like us are gonna be known as homegrown terrorists. Not because we're sitting in the crib creating guns and bombs, but because we're saying what we're saying right now.
Right.
We're aware enough of what we're seeing and not acting like we're not, oh, that's not really happening. We're just going to be distracted and say turn up for what? Yeah. Oh, have fun and go party. We're not downplaying that. But let me ask you a question. Again, when you go out and you drink, because I stopped drinking liquor several months ago, and it wasn't because of just Jesus Christ. It wasn't because of the Bible, even though I read the Bible and I believe in Jesus Christ. It was because I reflected on my own life and I said, damn, this situation that just happened on my birthday escalated even further. Something happened to this motherfucker because I was drunk and made something worse happen. And then I recollected on every time liquor was in my life previous to that situation and it be past a certain limit, should be worse than it would have had to been had I been straight laced and been able to do what I'm doing right now, and that's just conversate or converse. So while we're in that mind frame, I said, I'm not drinking no more. I'm not doing it no more. And I don't feel any tension. I'm not drinking no more liquor, no rum, no scotch, no tequila, no mixed drinks. I'll have either a glass of wine or beer. I'm cool with that. And I thought about, why do I drink? I see people on Facebook, Instagram, all that shit, posting up drink pictures and saying, I needed this. I needed that. You really needed that, or do you want it? What did you need it for? Did it make your child, and I keep letting this go up, did it make your child have the money necessary to pay for their tuition to the private school you got them in? I had my son in the private school, I'm just saying. But would